So, as someone who has always advocated for the return of boots on the ground gameplay in Call of Duty to a return to form of the old style, the simpler way of gameplay, someone who's stuck with Call of Duty 4 through the past decade, who has appreciated Call of Duty 2 and played quite a bit of Call of Duty 1, and really not had a whole lot of tolerance for newer Call of Duties as they keep coming out, with certain minor exceptions, and a huge appreciation for World at War, even though I never really did all that good at it. I feel like I shouldn't stay quiet when it comes to World War II. I think it's kind of important that I share my thoughts and flesh out some of my thoughts regarding the Call of Duty World War II beta, because this is what I said should happen. It makes sense that I don't pretend that it's not happening, which I'm not doing. I have it ordered on PS4. I will probably play it. But I've been playing the beta. I played a good few hours, not a ton. I haven't unlocked everything. I never have the time for that anymore anyway, especially for a beta. But I put a few hours into the PS4 beta, and then I just finished. I assume the beta's over at this point. I put a couple hours, not as much, but a couple hours into the PC open beta. Yeah, okay, it's done, so I need to uninstall it here. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts as to my time with it, because, well, for obvious reasons. I just explained that. This is a bit more off the cuff. This is not something I have prepared in advance or have scripted or anything. But I did want to share my thoughts. And that involves mainly a couple issues. And that is the time to kill, which is how quickly you die or how quickly you can kill someone with the guns in the game. How quickly or how much damage the bullets do, I guess, or how little health you have, and the map design. Keep in mind, this is a beta. It's a very close to launch beta, but in theory, things could change. They can always tweak balance, and that will be a crucial point that I will mention soon. And there were a limited number of maps available. I think maybe a maximum of 4 maps you could play on. I'm trying to remember. There was the Gibraltar map, which was my least favorite. There was the Snowy Woods map, which was kind of cool. There's the War map. And then I feel like there's one other, like, standard gameplay map that I only played on, like, once. I think that's right. That's all the maps I saw, at least. And the issue is that this is, in fact, a return to form. It is an absolutely wonderful return to form. It is boots on the ground Call of Duty. It feels classic. Everything feels like it should. Muscle memory is kicking in, even if I don't fully if I'm not fully used to the maps or the new gameplay or whatever. It is there. It feels like Call of Duty is supposed to feel for me. And it's been really funny watching people try to pull off like weird jumps and stuff because they're so used to being able to double jump or jetpack or whatever. That's been funny to watch people get used to. But the time to kill is so freaking low. You die so quickly that it honestly turns into just a matter of whether or not whoever sees whoever first in a battle, of 2 people or even multiple people, whoever gets the first sight and can start pulling the trigger pretty much wins the gunfight, unless you have a really crappy gun. And there are some crappy guns, and those are especially the ones you start out with. They take a little getting used to, and maybe I just don't fully understand the kinks. But like the grease gun you start out with, I just don't feel I can win with it very well. I like the PPSH and some of the other SMGs, but the grease gun I just don't feel as effective. And then the STG assault rifle that you start out, or the rifle that you start out with, it's just like a little slow for how weak it is. And so I can get some decent like burst shots on people if I get, a lucky spot before they see me. But I don't know. I don't get a whole lot of like firefight wins, especially against people with SMGs. And again, this is a World War II game that's very SMG dominated, especially on that Gibraltar map. And I played probably my first 5 matches or so on that map, and that was on PS4. And that really gave me some concerns for how this game was going to play, because it is the tiniest map in the world. I would argue it's not much bigger than Shipment, especially when you consider how much of the map is blocked by, or is taken up by structures you can't really move through. It is a tiny map. It has some verticality to it, which is a little different compared to older boots on the ground Call of Duty, but it is super tiny. So you're close quarters running around, and basically if someone sees you run around a corner and starts hitting you with an SMG, you are dead. There is no getting around that. Random grenades across the map. You are dead. You can barely see them. I haven't really seen much by means of grenade indicators in this game. You're dead. The main entry point on Watch Point Gibraltar to get to, you know, the B flag spot is pretty much just someone walks out, shoots you. They're already like shooting by time it enters your frame that they're there, and you are dead. So the bigger snow map, that felt a lot better to play. That felt like something I could actually utilize the M1 Garand with. I could actually run around with it and get some long range kills, some slower time to kills, or, you know, some more deliberate kills. Oh, the trench map. That was the other map, the trench map. There's a big old trench map. That one's actually kind of fun, but it's still very shotgun and SMG dominated. That one's not too bad. That one's good. But Gibraltar's scary. The Snowwoods map felt better for longer range or mid-range engagements, which is where my skill set particularly dominates. And then the War map has some decent long-range things, but again, it's mostly snipers hiding in corners. And as soon as you poke your head out, they see you first. You're pretty much dead unless they have bad aim or you're rushing objective and SMGs all over the place. Some mid-range engagements as you move from the bridge to the ammo spot and stuff, but the first half of it is all just close quarters and snipers. So that had me really concerned, and because of all of that, pretty much so far Team Deathmatch and Domination have just felt like, other than, you know, if you get on the bigger snow map, it has felt good, but I rarely got to play it. I played it like 3 times total, and that was all on PS4. I didn't get it a single time on PC. I played it 3 times on PS4 out of like multiple hours of matches. It was a little weird, but as far as the maps it would put me on, because of this time to kill issue, Domination and Team Deathmatch just did not feel like viable game types that would be fun to play at all. So by the time all was said and done, I was pretty much only playing War, which I realize does influence my ability to get put on other maps, but it's F22, I guess. But at that point, War felt like the only playable game type. Now, War also involves me just kind of smacking onto the objective and getting killed a few times just to keep the game moving, but I can accept when I die really quickly doing that because that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you win the game. That's how you proceed and keep things flowing. And there's still the issue of snipers, but snipers feel really good. I saw people towards the end of my time with the PC beta running around trying to quick scope, and maybe they're starting to pull it off, so maybe that will still be an issue. But snipers are deadly feeling weapons. Like, you get hit with the sniper and it is just like whoosh. It's just a big hit. It feels like there's a lot of impact, a lot of grit to it, but it also feels like something you need to make a long-range deliberate choice with. Now, I could eat my words, there could be a lot more people, you know, quick scoping and stuff, but at least for me, it actually feels like, where in Call of Duty 4 I can run around and pseudo quick scope and mostly be okay with the fact that I'm doing that. In World War II beta, it felt so much more rewarding and more tangible as a useful like tool to use to long range snipe. So that was cool. The trench gun feels super powerful, but not overpowered. The range actually feels decent on a shotgun for once. And the incendiary bullets are a nice touch. I don't even remember all the guns I used. The LMGs felt too slow for me to really get going because I'm a mid-range guy, but I'm run and gun. I don't like to sit in one place and build up a gun or anything. So I certainly got wrecked by them a few times for the people who were using them effectively, but not something I could utilize a whole lot. SMGs felt good other than the grease gun. M1 Garand felt good. That is my most nostalgic weapon from back in the World at War days and things like that. I just love using games with the M1 Garand. Even in Call of Duty 2, I use that quite a bit. The snipers mostly felt okay. The starter sniper that you actually get when you make your sniper class kind of sucks. Well, I didn't expect it to be a low damage, high fire rate gun, so I'm sitting there treating it like the Commonwealth or the one that the default class is set to, and it wasn't working right for me. But the other snipers feel pretty good. Most of the assault rifles feel alright. Like I said, the STG whatever feels a little weak for how slow it is, but I was still able to utilize it a fair amount. And then the grenades, like I said, just feel the actual blow up grenades can be a bit problematic just because of how quickly you die. So I'm still getting the game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. A return to simpler times and boots on the ground has been what I've been begging for from shooters in general for a long time now. And since I've been going back and playing a lot of Halo 3, it's kind of appropriate. And I have much nostalgia for World at War. I didn't play as much of it as I wanted to. I wish I would have played more of it back in the day, but I still hold a lot of nostalgia for it, and I look very much forward to playing this. I have some serious concerns about the super low time to kill. It makes the default arcade game modes of team deathmatch and domination and such not feel playable, and that's going to be a problem. And if they don't change the time to kill, that kind of balance, then the actual weapon balance, maintaining that and keeping that fluid, is going to be the most critical, deciding factor in someone's enjoyment of this game. So that's a very fine line to walk, in my opinion. So these are my thoughts. Don't really know what I expect you to do with that. Just wanted to share as someone who, again, has fought and advocated for and whatnot for the old school style shooters. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have anything to say about it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, subscribe. I am posting more gameplay videos lately. Hit the like button. Come follow my tech channel, which is my main channel, if you want to hear more from me or listen to my voice some more. And otherwise, I'll catch you next time.
1 minute left.
Epos Vox is a Patreon-supported production. Our videos would simply not be possible without the support and generosity of our patrons, whom you can see on screen now. If you'd like to join the inner circle and get early access to videos, among other benefits, go to patreon.com/eposvox to learn more.